I don't know what has been said to you earlier on today, but I mean, we are increasingly worried about making sure there is going to be enough food to go around. And that's not just in the UK, that's going to be across the world. We know at the moment that everybody living in Wales behaves altogether as though we had 3 planets at our disposal. We don't. We've only got the one, and we've got to be a lot fairer about the way we share that planet out. So we have to think very carefully about what we do, about taking actions that don't mean that somebody else in some other part of the planet is getting a worse life because of what we do. And we've got to think about food, we've got to think about energy, we've got to think about climate change. But there are so many opportunities for growing local food. And I've just been in a primary school yesterday when in fact a set of pupils have decided to plant some beans for me. They're calling them the minister's beans. I just hope they get watered. But, you know, all across Wales, we've got schools starting to use their gardens. We should be looking at ways of doing really exciting things around volunteering for discounted veg, but I love the idea of soil for schools and the idea that schools can provide compost to help somebody else grow locally. And of course, there's a lot of food waste in schools, so there are ways in which you can just link this whole thing together. And then transport terms. We had the proposition about the Segway. I'm sure that many of us have seen Lembit Opik on his Segway, trying to get the Segway become the transport of choice for people. But as far as I remember, it's not allowed on pavements because it's wheeled, and it's not allowed on the road because it's insufficiently powerful. So I think the Segway has had a kind of interesting future so far. But it'd be interesting to see whether you could try it in Carmarthen and see whether you get people to support the Segway here. But I don't know. The people who were presenting that were talking about walking and cycling being uncool, please tell us how to make it cool. because you know, we've got some of the most fantastic walking and cycling territory, not only in the UK, but in the whole of the world. The National Geographic, about a month ago, said not only is the Pembrokeshire coastline the second best in the world, but when we get an all-Wales coastal path, and we're the only country in the world that's going to have a path right round its coast, when we get an all-Wales coastal path, that will be up there with the best in the world.